of any trust, virtue, or worth in thee. Make thy words faith 500. No, what should I deny? As this I would, though thou didst produce my very character, I 450 turn it all to thy suggestion, plot, and damned practice. And thou must make a dullard of the world, if they not thought the prophets of my death were very pregnant and potential spirits, to make thee seek it, tuck it within. Glow, O strange and fastened villain. Would he deny his letter, said he. Hark, the Duke's trumpets, I know not where he comes. All ports I'll bar, the villain shall not scape. The Duke must grant me that, besides his picture, I will send far and near, that all the kingdom may ha do note of him, and of my land. Loyal and natural boy, I'll work the means to make thee capable. Enter Cornwall, Regan, and attendants. Corn, how now, my noble friend, since I came hither, which I can call but now, I ha heard strangeness. Reg, if it be true, all vengeance comes too short. Which can pursue th offender, how dost my lord? Glow, O madam, my old heart is crack 500, it's crack 500. Reg, what 999 my father's godsons seek your life. He whom my father nom 500, your Edgar. Glow, O lady, shame what hot hid. Reg, was he not companion with the riotous knights that tended vipon my father? Glow, I know not madam, 'tis too bad, too bad. Bast, yes madam, he was of that consort. Reg, no Maruel then, though he were 99 affected. 'Tis they ha put him on the old man's death. To ha th, expense and wast of his revenues. I ha this present ewening from my sister. Being well informed 500 of them, and with such cautions, that if they come to sojourn at my house, I'll not be there. Cor, nor I assure thee Regan. Edmund, I hear that you ha shewn your father a childlike office. Bast, it was my duty, sir. Glow, he 999 beret his practice, and receive 500. This hurt you see, strewing to apprehend him. Cor, is he pursued? Glow, I my good lord. Cor, if he be taken, he shall newer more. Be fear 500 of doing harm, make your own purpose. How in my strength you please, for you Edmund, whose virtue and obedience doth this instant so much commend itself, you shall be ours. Natures of such deep trust, we shall much need. You we first seize on. Bast, I shall sare you sir truly, how your else? Glow, for him I thank your grace. Cor, you know not why we came to visit you. Reg, thus out of season, threading dark I 500 night. Occasions noble Gloucester of some prize, wherein we must ha vsc of your aduois. Our father he hath writ, so hath our sister. Of differences, which I best thought it fit to answer from our home, the Surall messengers. From hence attend dispatch, our good old friend. Lay comforts to your bosom, and bestow your needful counsel to our businesses, which cause the instant vsc. Glow, I sare you madam. Your graces are right welcome. Exeunt, flourish. Shana secunda. Enter Kent, and steward Surally. Stew, good dawning to thee friend, art of this house. Kent, I. Stew, where may we set our horses? Kent, I thmire. Stew, prithee, if thou low'st me, tell me. Kent, I low thee not. Stee, why then I care not for thee. Kent, if I had thee in Lipsbury pinfold, I would make thee care for me. Stee, why dost thou vsc me thus? I know thee not. Kent, fellow, I know thee. Stee, what dost thou know me for, Kent? A rascal, an eater of broken meats, a base, proud, shallow, beggarly, 3-suited £100, filthy woosted stocking gnaw, a lily-leeward, action-taking, whoreson, glass-gazing, super-serviceable finical rogue, one trunk-inheriting slaw, one that wouldst be a bod in way of good service, and art nothing but the composition of a gnaw, beggar, coward, pandar, and the son and heir of a mongrel bitch, one whom I will beat into clamours whining, if thou deniest the least syllable of thy addition. Stew, why what a monstrous fellow art thou, thus to rail on one that is neither known of thee nor knows thee. Kent, what a brazen fact 500 varlet art thou to deny thou knowest me. Is it 2 days since I tripped VP thy heels and beat thee before the king? Draw you rogue, for though it be night, yet the moon shines, I'll make a sop oth moonshine of you, you whoreson cullionly barber monger, draw. Stew, away I ha nothing to do with thee. Kent, draw you rascal, you come with letters against the king, and take vanity the puppet's part, against the royalty of her father. Draw you rogue, or I'll so carbonado your shanks, draw you rascal, come your ways. Stee help ho murther help. Kent, strike you slaw, stand rogue, stand you neat. Slaw strike. Stew help hoa murther. Enter bastard, Cornwall, Regan, Gloucester, Saruance. Bast, how now what's the matter, part. Kent, with you goodman boy if you please come. I'll flesh ye, come on young master. Glow weapons, arms, what's the matter here? Cor, keep peace vpon your leus, he dies that strikes. Again, what is the matter? Reg, the messengers from our sister and the king. Cor, what is your difference, speak. Stew, I am scarce in breath, my lord. Kent, no marvel, you ha so bestir 500 your valor, you cowardly rascal, nature disclaims in thee. A tailor made thee. Cor, thou art a strange fellow, a tailor make a man. Kent, a tailor sir, a stonecutter or a painter could. Not ha made him so 99, though they had been but 2 years oth trade. Cor, speak yet, how grew your quarrel? Stee, this ancient ruffian sir, whose life I ha spar 500. At suit of his grey beard. Kent, thou whoreson zed, thou vn necessary letter. My lord, if you will giu me low, I will tread this vn bolted villain into mortar and daub the wall of Aix with him. Spare my grey beard, you wagtail, Cor. Peace sirrah, you beastly gnaw, know you no ruerance. Kent, yes sir, but anger hath a preuilet. Cor, why art thou angry? Kent, that such a slaw as this should wear a sword. Who wears no honesty, such smiling rogues as these. Like rats oft bite the holy cords atwain. Which are tea and trents, tvn loose, smooth Uri passion. That in the natures of their lords rebel. Being oil to fire, snow to the colder moods. Ruenge, affirm and turn their halcyon beaks. With Uri gall, and vary of their masters. Knowing not like doggis but following. A plague vpon your epileptic visage. Smoil you my speeches, as I were a fool. Goose, if I had you vpon serum plain. Chapter 1, 450 drew ye cackling home to Camelot. Corn, what art thou mad old fellow? Glost, how fill you out say that? Kent, no contraries hold more antipathy than I in such a gnaw. Corn, why dost thou call him gnaw? What is his fault? Kent, his countenance likes me not. Cor, no more perchance does mine, nor his, nor hers. Kent, sir, 'tis my occupation to be plain. I ha seen better faces in my time. Then stands on any shoulder that I see. Before me, at this instant. Corn, this is some fellow. Who hoing bean prize 500 for bluntness, doth affect. A saucy roughens, and constrains the garb. Quite from his nature, he cannot flatter he. An honest mind and plain, he must speak truth. And they will take it so, if not he's plain. These kind of gnaws I know, which in this plainness harbor more craft, and more corrupter ends. Then 20 silly ducking observants. That stretch their duties nicely. Kent, sir, in good faith and sincere verity. Viender th, allowance of your great aspect. Whose influence like the wreath of radiant fire. On flickering Phoebus' front. Corn, what means he by this? Kent, to go out of my dialect which you discommend so much. I know, sir, I am no flatterer, he that beguiled you in a plain accent was a plain gnaw, which for my part I will not be, though I should win your displeasure to entreat me to't. Corn, what was offense you gaw him? Stee, I nor gaw him any. It please 500 the king his master very late. To strike at me, vpon his misconstruction. When he compact, and flattering his displeasure. Tripped me behind, being down, insulted, rail 500. and put upon him such a deal of man. That worthied him, got praises of the king. For him attempting, who was self-subdued. And in the fleshment of this dead exploit, drew on me here again. Kent, none of these rogues and cowards. But Ajax is their fool. Corn, fetch forth the stalks. You stubborn ancient gnaw, you ruinant braggart. We 50 teach you. Kent, sir, I am too old to learn. Call not your stocks for me, I Sarah the king, on whose employment I was sent to you. You shall do small respects, show too bold malice against the grace and person of my master, stalking his messenger. Corn, fetch forth the stalks. As I haul life and honor, there shall he sit till no one. Reg till no one, till night my lord and all night too. Kent, why madam, if I were your father's dog, you should not via see me so. Reg, sir, being his gnaw I will. Stalks brought out. Cor, this is a fellow of the self-same color. Our sister speaks of, come, bring away the stalks. Glow, let me beseech your grace, not to do so. The king his master, needs must take it 99. That he so slightly valued in his messenger should haw him thus restrained. Cor, I'll answer that. Reg, my sister may receive it much more worse. To haw her gentleman Abu's 500, assaulted. Corn, come my lord away. Enter. Glow, I am sorry for thee friend, tease the duke's pleasure, whose disposition all the world well knows. Will not be rubbed 500 nor stopped, I'll entreat for thee. Kent, pray do not sir, I haw watch 500 and troil 500 hard. Sometime I shall sleep out, the rest I'll whistle. A good man's fortune may grow out at heels. You good morrow. Glow, the duke's to blame in this. 'Twill be 99 taken. Enter. Kent, good king, that must approw the common saw. Thou out of Hohen's benediction com'st to the warm sun. Approach thou beacon to this viender globe, that by thy comfortable beams I may peruse this letter, nothing almost sees miracles. But misery, I know tease from Cordelia, who hath most fortunately been in form 500 of my obscured course, and shall find time from this enormous state, seeking to you. Losses their remedies, all weary and a rewatch 500. Take vantage, hoey eyes, not to behold this shameful lodging. Fortune, good night. Smile once more, turn thy wheel. Enter Edgar. Edge, I heard myself proclaim 500. And by the happy hollow of a tree. Escap 500 the hunt, no port is free, no place. That guard, and most Venus all vigilance, does not attend my taking, whiles I may scape. I will pursue myself, and am bethought to take the basest and most poorest shape, that your penury, in contempt of man, brought near to beast, my face I'll grime with filth. Blanket my loins, else all my hairs in knots, and with presented nakedness outface the winds and persecutions of the sky. The country gives me proof, and president of bedlam beggars, who with roaring voices strike in their numb 500 and mortified arms pins, wadden pricks, nails, sprigs of rosemary. And with this horrible object, from low farms, poor pelting villages, sheepscotes and mills, sometimes with lunatic bands, sometime with prayers, enforce their charity, poor Turligod, poor Tom. That's something yet, Edgar, I nothing am. Enter. Enter Lear, fool and gentleman. Lee, 'tis strange that they should so depart from home, and not send back ye my messengers. Gent, as I learned 500. The night before, there was no purpose in them. Of this remow. Kent, hail to thee noble master. Lear, ha, max'st thou this shame thy pastime? Kent, no my lord. Fool, ha ha, he wears cruel garters, horses are tied by the heads, dogges and bears by'th neck, monkeys by'th loins and men by'th legs. When a man our lusty at legs, then he wears wadden nether stocks. Lear, what's he? that hath so much thy place mistook. To set thee here. Kent, it is both he and she. Your son and daughter. Lear's no. Kent, yes. Lear, no I say. Kent, I say yea. Lear, by Eupiter I swear no. Kent, by Juno I swear I. Lear, they durst not dot. They could not, would not dot, tease worse than murther. To do vipon respect such violent outrage. Resolue me with all modest haste, which way? Thou mightst ye desero, or they impose this visage. Coming from versus. Kent, my lord, when at their home. I 999, commend your highness letters to them. Ere I was risen from the place, that showed my duty kneeling, came there a reeking post. Stew 500 in his haste, half breathless, painting forth. From Goneril his mistress, salutations. Deliver 500 letters, spite of intermission. Which presently they read, on those contents. They summoned 500 VP their many, straight took horse. Commanded me to follow and attend. The leisure of their answer, gaw me cold looks. And meeting here the other messenger, whose welcome I pursue 500, had poisoned 500 mine. Being the very fellow which of late displayed so saucily against your highness. Hawing more man than wit about me drew. He rise 500 the house, with loud and coward cries. Your son and daughter found this trespass worth the shame which here it suffers. Fool, winter's not gone yet, if the will 500 geese fly that way. Fathers that wear rags, do make their children blind. But fathers that bear bags, shall see their children kind. Fortune that errant whore, near turns the key toth poor. But for all this thou shalt ha as many dolours for thy daughters, as thou canst tell in a year. Lear, oh how this mother swells VP toward my heart. Historica passio, down thou climbing sorrow. Thy elements below, where is this daughter? Kent, with the Earl sir, here within. Lear, follow me not, stay here. Enter. Jen made you no more offence. But what you speak of? Kent, none. How chance the king comes with so small a number? Fool, and thou hadst been set I stocks for that. Question, thou'dst well deserve 500 it. Kent, why fool, fool, we 50 set thee to school to an ant, to teach thee there's no labouring ath winter. All that follow their noses are led by their eyes but blind men, and there's not a nose among 20 but can smell him that's stinking. Let go thy hold when a great wheel runs down a hill, lest it break thy neck with following. But the great one that goes VP ward, let him draw thee after. When a Weissman geus thee better counsel geu me mine again, I would ha none but naws follow it, since a fool geus it. That sir which serues and seeks for gain and follows but for form, will packy when it begins to rain and low thee in the storm, but I will tarry, the fool will stay, and let the Weissman fly. The naw turns fool that runs away, the fool no naw purdy. Enter Lear and Gloucester, Kent, where learn 500 you this fool, fool, not I stocks fool. Lear, deny to speak with me. They are sick, they are weary. They ha troil 500 all the night, mere fetches. The images of Roult and flying off. Fetch me a better answer. Glow, my dear lord. You know the fiery quality of the Duke. How unremovable and fixed he is. In his own course. Lear, vengeance, plague, death, confusion. Fiery, what quality? Why Gloucester, Gloucester. Chapter 1. 450 Speak with the Duke of Cornwall and his wife. Glow, well my good lord, I ha inform 500 them so. Lear, inform 500 them, dost thou understand me man. Glow, I my good lord. Lear, the king would speak with Cornwall. The dear father would with his daughter speak, commands tens Serois. Are they inform 500 of this, my breath and blood? Fiery, the fiery duke, tell the hot duke that. No, but not yet, maybe he is not well. Infirmity doth still neglect all office. Whereto our health is bound, we are not ourselves. When nature being oppressed, commands the mind to suffer with the body, I'll forbear. And am fallen out with my more headier will. To take the indispose 500 and sickly fit. For the sound man, death on my state, wherefore? Should he sit here, this act persuades me. That this remotion of the Duke and her is practice only, giu me my Saruant forth. Go tell the Duke, and's wife, 49,500 speak with them. Now presently, bid them come forth and hear me. Or at their chamber door I'll beat the drum, till it cry sleep to death. Glow, I would ha all well betwixt you. Enter. Lear, owe me my heart, my rising heart, but down. Fool, cry to it nuncle, as the Cockney 999 to the eels, when she put him with paste aliu, she napped him oath coxcombs with a stick, and cried down wantons down. 'Twas her brother, that in pure kindness to his horse buttered his hay. Enter Cornwall, Regan, Gloucester, Saruants. Lear, good morrow to you both. Corn, hail to your grace. Kent here set at liberty. Reg, I am glad to see your highness. Lear, Regan, I think you are. I know what. I ought to think so, if thou shouldst not be glad. I would divorce me from thy mother Tom. Sepulchring an adulteress, oh are you free? Some other time for that, beloud Regan. Thy sister's not, O Regan, she hath tied. Sharp tooth 500 vn kindness, like a vulture here. I can scarce speak to thee, thou'lt not believe you. With how deprow 500 equality, O Regan. Reg, I pray you, sir, take patience, I ha hope. You less know how to value her desert. Then she'd scant her duty. Lear say, how is that? Reg, I cannot think my sister in the least would fail her obligation, if sir perchance she ha restrained the riots of your followers. 'Tis on such ground, and to such wholesome end, as clears her from all blame. Lear, my curse is on her. Reg, oh sir, you are old. Nature in you stands on the very verge of his confine. You should be roll 500 and led by some discretion that discerns your state better than you yourself. Therefore I pray you that to our sister you do make return. Say you ha wrong 500 her. Lear, ask her forgiveness. Do you but mark how this becomes the house? Dear daughter, I confess that I am old. Age is necessary, on my knees I beg that you 50 vouchsafe me raiment, bed and food. Reg, good sir, no more, these are sightly tricks. Return you to my sister. Lear, newer Regan. She hath abated me of half my train. Look 500 blackie vpon me, strook me with her tongue. Most serpent-like, vpon the very heart. All the store 500 vengeances of Hohen, fall on her ingrateful top, strike her young bones. You taking airs with lameness. Corn ficer fi. Let you nimble lightnings dart your blinding flames into her scornful eyes, infect her beauty. You fen suck 500 fogges, drawn by the powerful sun, to fall and blister. Reg, oh the blessed gods. So will you wish on me, when the rash mood is on. Lear, no Regan, thou shalt newer ha my curse. Thy tender-hefted nature shall not giu thee ore to harshness, her eyes are fierce but thine do comfort and not burn, 'tis not in thee to grudge my pleasures, to cut off my train, to bandy hasty words, to scant my sizes, and in conclusion, to oppose the bolt against my coming in. Thou better know'st the offices of nature, bond of childhood, effects of courtesy, dues of gratitude. Thy half-oath kingdom hast thou not forgot, wherein I thee endow 500. Reg, good sir, toth purpose. Tuck it within. Lear, who put my man i'th stocks. Enter steward. Corn, what trumpets that? Reg, I note my sisters, this approuse her letter, that she would soon be here. Is your lady come? Lear, this is a slaw, whose easy borrowed pride dwells in the sickly grace of her he follows. Out varlet from my sight. Corn, what means your grace? Enter Goneril. Lear, who stalked my Saruant, Regan, I ha good hope Thou 999th, not no aunt. Who comes here, O hoens? If you do allow old men, if your sweet sway. Allow obedience, if your selus are old. Make it your cause, send down and take my part. Art not a sham 500, to look upon this beard. O Regan, will you take her by the hand? Gone, why not by th' hand, sir, how I offended. All's not offence that indiscretion finds. And dotage term so. Lear, O sides, you are too tough. Will you yet hold? How came my man i'th stocks? Corn, I set him there, sir, but his own disorders. Desiro 500 much less aduancement. Lear, you, 999 you. Reg, I pray you, father being weak, seems so. If till the expiration of your moneth, you will return and sojourn with my sister. Dismissing half your train, come then to me. I am now from home, and out of that prusion, which shall be needful for your entertainment. Lear, return to her, and 50 men dismiss 500. No, rather I abjure all roofs, and choose to wage against the enmity oth air. To be a comrade with the wolf and owl. Necessity's sharp pinch, return with her. Why the hot-bloodied France, that dowerless took our youngest born, I could as well be brought to knee his throne, and squire-like pension beg. To keep base life afoot, return with her. Persuade me rather to be slaw and sumpter to this detested groom. Gone, at your choice, sir. Lear, I prithee, daughter, do not make me mad. I will not trouble thee, my child, farewell. We 50 no more meet, no more see one another. But yet thou art my flesh, my blood, my daughter. Or rather a disease that's in my flesh, which I must needs call mine, thou art a bile, a plague sore, or embossed carbuncle in my corrupted blood, but I'll not chide thee. Let shame come when it will, I do not call it. I do not bid the thunder-bearer shoot, nor tell tales of thee to high-yidging Io. Mend when thou canst be better at thy leisure. I can be patient, I can stay with Regan. I and my 100 knights. Reg, not altogether so. I look 500 not for you yet, nor am proided. For your fit welcome, do you ear, sir, to my sister. For those that mingle reason with your passion must be content to think you old, and so. But she knows what she does. Lear, is this well spoken? Reg, I dare ouch it, sir, what 50 followers. Is it not well, what should you need of more? Yea, or so many, sith that both charge and danger speak gainst so great a number, how in one house should many people be under 2 commands? Hold amity, 'tis hard, almost impossible. Gone, why might not you, my lord, receive you attendance from those that she calls Saruants, or from mine? Reg, why not, my lord? If then they chank 500 to slacky ye, we could control them, if you will come to me. For now I spy a danger, I entreat you to bring but few and 20, to no more. Will I gie you place or notice? Lear, I got you all. Reg, and in good time you got it. Lear, made you my guardians, my depositaries, but kept a reservation to be followed. With such a number, what must I come to you? With few and 20, Regan said you so. Reg, and speaked again, my lord, no more with me. Lee, those wicked creatures yet do look well for 500. When others are more wicked, not being the worst, stands in some rank of praise, I'll go with thee. Thy 50 yet doth double few and 20. And thou art twice her low. Gone, hear me, my lord. What need you few and 20, 10, or few? To follow in a house, where twice so many ha command to tend you. Reg, what need one? Lear, O reason not the need, our basest beggars are in the poorest things superfluous. Allow not nature, more than nature needs. Man's life is cheap as beasts, thou art a lady. If onely to go warm were gorgeous. Why nature needs, not what thou gorgeous wear'st, which scarcely keeps thee warm, but for true need. You hoans, give me that patience, patience I need. You see me here, you gods, a poor old man, as full of grief as age, wretched in both. If it be you that stirs these daughters' hearts against their father, fool me not so much. To bear it tamely, touch me with noble anger. And let not women's weapons, water drops, stain my man's cheeks, know you vien natural hags. I will ha such ruinges on you both, that all the world shall I will do such things. What they are yet, I know not, but they shall be. The terrors of the earth, you think I'll weep. No, I'll not weep, I ha full cause of weeping. Storm and tempest. But this heart shall break into 100,000 flaws. Or ere I'll weep, O fool, I shall go mad. Exeunt. Corn, let these withdraw, 'twill be a storm. Reg, this house is little, the old man and's people cannot be well bestow 500. Gone, 'tis his own blame hath put himself from rest, and must needs taste his folly. Reg, for his particular, I'll receive him gladly, but not one follower. Gone, so am I purpose 500. Where is my Lord of Gloucester? Enter Gloucester. Corn, followed the old man forth, he is returned 500. Glow, the king is in high rage. Corn, whither is he going? Glow, he cows to horse, but will I know not whether. Corn, 'tis best to geo him way, he leads himself. Gone, my lord, entreat him by no means to stay. Glow, a lackey the night comes on and the high winds do sorely ruffle, for many miles about. There's scarce a bush. Reg, O sir, to wilful men, the iniuries that they themselves procure must be their schoolmasters, shut VP your doors. He is attended with a desperate train, and what they may incense him to, being apt to haw his ear abus 500, Wystom bids fear. Cor, shut VP your doors, my lord, 'tis a will 500 night. My Regan counsels well, come out oth storm. Exeunt. Actus tertius, scena prima. Storm still, enter Kent and a gentleman sewerily. Kent, who's there besides foul weather? Gen one minded like the weather, most vieng quietly. Kent, I know you, where's the king? Gent, contending with the fretful elements, bids the wind blow the earth into the sea, or swell the curled waters bow the main, that things might change or cease. Kent, but who is with him? Gent, none but the fool who labors to outeast his heart-struck iniuries. Kent, sir, I do know you, and dare vipon the warrant of my note. Commend a dear thing to you, there is division, although as yet the face of it is cower 500. With mutual cunning, twixt Albany and Cornwall, who ha, as who ha not, that their great stars thrawn 500 and set high, Sarouants who seem no less, which are to France the spies and speculations, intelligent of our state, what hath been seen, either in snuffs and packings of the dukes, or the hard rene which both of them hath borne against the old kind king, or something deeper, whereof perchance these are but furnishings. Gent, I will talk further with you. Kent, no, do not. For confirmation that I am much more than my outwall, open this purse and take what it contains, if you shall see Cordelia. As fear not but you shall show her this ring, and she will tell you who that fellow is. That yet you do not know, fie on this storm. I will go seek the king. Gent, give me your hand. Ha, you no more to say? Kent, few words, but to effect more than all yet. That when we ha found the king, in which your pain, that way I'll this, he that first lights on him. Holla the other. Exeunt. Scena secunda. Storm still, enter Lear and fool. Lear, blow winds and crack your cheeks, rage blow. You cataracts and hyricano's spout. Till you ha drench 500 our steeples, drown the cocks. You sulphurous and thought executing fires. Vaunt couriers of oak-clowing thunderbolts. Singe my white head, and thou all shaking thunder. Strike flat the thick rotundity oath world. Cracky nature's molds, all germins spill at once. That makes ingrateful man. Fool, O nuncle, court holy water in a dry house, is better than this rain water out o' door. Good nuncle in, ask thy daughter's blessing, here's a night pities neither wiseman nor fools. Lear, rumble thy belly full, spit fire, spout rain. Nor rain, wind, thunder, fire are my daughters. I tax not you, you elements with vieng kindness. I newer gaw you kingdom, call 500 you children. You owe me no subscription, then let fall. Your horrible pleasure, here I stand your slaw. A poor, infirm, weak and despise 500 old man. But yet I call you servile ministers. That will with 2 pernicious daughters ein. Your high engender 500 battles, gainst a head. So old and white as this, oh ho 'tis foul. Fool, he that has a house to put's head in has a good headpiece. The codpiece that will house, before the head has any. The head and he shall lose, so beggars marry many. The man why makes his toe, what he his heart should make. Shall of a corn cry woe, and turn his sleep to wake. For there was newer yet fair woman, but she made mouths in a glass. Enter Kent. Lear, no, I will be the pattern of all patience. I will say nothing. Kent, who's there? Fool, Mary here's grace and a codpiece. Weissman and a fool. Kent, alas, sir, are you here, things that low night. Low not such nights as these, the wrathful skies. Gallow the very wanderers of the dark. And make them keep their cause, since I was man. Such sheets of fire, such bursts of horrid thunder. Such groans of roaring wind, and rain I newer. Remember to ha heard, man's nature cannot carry. Th affliction nor the fear. Lear, let the great gods that keep this dreadful putter o'er our heads. Find out their enemies now, tremble thou wretch. That hast within thee vien divulged crimes. Vien whipped of Eustis, hide thee thou blouty hand. Thou purier 500, and thou simular of virtue. That art incestuous, caitiff to pieces shake. That viender cowart, and conunient seeming. Has practise 500 on man's life, close pent vp guilts. Renew your concealing continence, and cry. These dreadful summoners grace, I am a man. More sin 500 against, than sinning. Kent, a lackey bareheaded. Gracious my lord, hard by here is a Howell. Some friendship will it lend you gainst the tempest. Repose you there, while I to this hard house. More harder than the stones whereof teas rise 500. Which Ewan but now, demanding after you. Deny 500 me to come in return and force. Their scanted courtesy. Lear, my wits begin to turn. Come on my boy, how dost my boy, art cold? I am cold myself, where's this straw my fellow? The art of our necessities is strange. And can make vilda things precious, come your howl. Poor fool, and na I ha one part in my heart. That's sorry yet for thee. Fool, he that has and a little tine wit. With hey-ho, the wind and the rain. Must make content with his fortunes fit. Though the rain it raineth every day. Let true boy, come bring these to this Howell. Enter. Fool, this is a braw night to cool a courtesan. I'll speak a prophecy ere I go. When priests are more in word, than matter. When brewers mar their malt with water. When nobles are their tailors' tutors. No heretics burn 500, but wenches suitors. When Uri case in law is right. No squire in debt, nor no poor knight. When slanders do not lew in tongues. Nor cut purses come not to throngs. When visurers tell their gold i'th field. And bawds and whores do churches build. Then shall the realmy of Albion come to great confusion. Then comes the time, who leus to seat. That going shall b'vise 500 with feet. This prophecy Merlin shall make, for I lew before his time. Enter. Skeena Tertia. Enter Gloucester and Edmund. Glow, a lackey Edmund, I like not this Vienne natural dealing. When I desired their low that I might pity him, they took from me the VSC of mine own house, charge 500 me on pain of perpetual displeasure, neither to speak of him, entreat for him, or any way sustain him. Bast, most soige and Vienne natural. Glow, go to, say you nothing. There is division between the dukes, and a worse matter than that. I ha received a letter this night. 'Tis dangerous to be spoken. I ha lock 500 the letter in my closet. These iniuries the king now bears will be ruined home. There is part of a power already footed. We must incline to the king. I will look him and prilly relieve him. Go you and maintain talk with the duke, that my charity be not of him pursued. If he ask for me, I am 99 and gone to bed if I die for it. As no less is threatened me, the king my old master must be relieved. There is strange things toward Edmund, pray you be careful. Enter. Bast, this courtesy forbid thee, shall the duke. Instantly no, and of that letter too. This seems a fair deserving, and must draw me. That which my father looses, no less than all. The younger rises, when the old doth fall. Enter. Shana Quarta. Enter Lear, Kent and Fool. Kent, here is the place my lord, good my lord enter. The tyranny of the open night's too rough for nature to endure. Storm still. Lear, let me alone. Kent, good my lord enter here. Lear, wilt break my heart. Kent, I had rather break mine own. Good my lord enter. Lear, thou think'st 'tis much that this contentious storm innuides versus to the skin so, 'tis to thee. But where the greater malady is fixed, the lesser is scarce felt, since shun a bear. But if thy flight lay toward the roaring sea, thou'dst meet the bear at mouth, when the mind's free. The body's delicate, the tempest in my mind doth from my senses take all feeling else. Saw what beats there, filial ingratitude. Is it not as this mouth should tear this hand? For lifting food toot, but I will punish home. No, I will weep no more, in such a night. To shut me out, pour on I will endure. In such a night as this, O Regan, Goneril. Your old kind father, whose frank heart gaw all. Oh, that way madness lies, let me shun that. No more of that. Kent, good my lord enter here. Lear, prithee go in thyself, seek thine own ease. This tempest will not gew me low to ponder on things would hurt me more, but I'll go in. In boy, go first, you houseless poverty. Enter. Nay, get thee in, I'll pray and then I'll sleep. Poor naked wretches, wheresoe'er you are, that bide the pelting of this pitiless storm. How shall your houseless heads, and Vienne-fed sides, your lop 500, and window 500 raggedness defend you? From seasons such as these, O I ha ta'en too little care of this, take physic, pomp. Expose thyself to feel what wretches feel, that thou mayest shake the superflux to them, and show the hoens more east. Enter Edgar and Fool. Edge, fathom and half, poor Tom. Fool, come not in here nuncle, here's a spirit, help. Me help me. Kent, gew my thy hand, who's there? Fool, a spirit, he says his name's poor. Tom. Kent, what art thou that dost grumble thereith? Straw, come forth. Edge, away the foul fiend follows me, through the sharp hawthorn blow the winds. Hum, go to thy bed and warm thee. Lear, 999th, thou gew all to thy daughters, and art thou come to this, Edgar, who gews anything to poor Tom, whom the foul fiend hath led through fire, and through flame, through sword and whirlpool, a bog and quagmire, that hath laid Neus viender his pillow, and halters in his pew, set ratsbane by his porridge, made him proud of heart, to ride on a bay-trotting horse, hour 4 inked, bridges to course his own shadow for a traitor. Bliss thy few wits, Tom's a cold. O do, bliss thee from whirlwinds, star-blasting and taking, do poor Tom some charity, whom the foul fiend vexes. There could I haw him now, and there again and there. Storm still. Lear, ha's his daughters brought him to this pass. Couldst thou saw nothing, wouldst thou gew 'em all? Fool, nay he reseru 500 a blanket, else we had been all. Sham 500. Lee, now all the plagues that in the pendulous air. Hang fated are men's faults, light on thy daughters. Kent, he hath no daughters, sir. Lear, death traitor, nothing could ha subdue 500 nature. To such aloneness, but his vieng kind daughters. Is it the fashion, that discarded fathers should ha thus little mercy on their flesh? Eudicious punishment, 'twas this flesh begot those pelicane daughters. Edge Pillicock sat on Pillicock Hill, alo, Lulu. Fool, this cold night will turn these all to fools, and madmen's. Edgar, take heed, oath, foul fiend, obey thy parents, keep thy words, Eustis, swear not, commit not, with man's sworn spouse, set not thy sweetheart on proud array. Tom's a cold. Lear, what hast thou been? Edge, a sorrowingman, proud in heart and mind, that curl 500 my hair, wore glows in my cap, sorrow 500 the lust of my mistress' heart, and 999 the acty of darkness with her. Swore as many oaths as I spake words and broke them in the sweet face of Hoen. One that slept in the contraying of lust and whack 500 to doe it. Wine loo 500 I dearly, dice dearly, and in woman, out paramour 500 the Turk. False of heart, light of ear, bloody of hand, hog in sloth, fox in stealth, wolf in greediness, dog in madness, lion in prey. Let not the creaking of shoes nor the rustling of silks betray thy poor heart to woman. Keep thy foot out of brothels, thy hand out of plackets, thy pen from lenders' books, and defy the foul fiend. Still through the hawthorn blows the cold wind. Says Suum mun nani dolphin my boy Boysessi, let him trot by. Storm still. Lear, thou wert better in a gra than to answer with thy viencower 500 body this extremity of the skies. Is man no more than this? Consider him well. Thou ousty the worm no silk, the beast no hide, the sheep no wool, the cat no perfume. Ha, here's 3 ons are sophisticated. Thou art the thing itself, accommodated man is no more but such a poor bare forked animal as thou art. Off you lendings, come vien button here. Enter Gloucester with a torch. Fool, prithee nuncle be contented, 'tis a naughty night to swim in. Now a little fire in a wilde field were like an old lecher's heart, a small spark, all the rest on's body cold. Look, here comes a walking fire. Edge, this is the foul flibberty gibbet, he begins at curfew and walks at first cock, he gews the web. And the pin, squints the eye and makes the hare lip. Mildews the white wheat, and hurts the poor creature. Of earths. Swithold-footed thrice the old. He met the nightmare, and her ninefold. Bid her alight, and her troth plight. And arrant thee which, arrant thee. Kent, how fares your grace? Lear, what's he? Kent, who's there, what is't you seek? Glue, what are you there, your names? Edge, poor Tom, that eats the swimming frog, the toad, the tadpole, the walnut in the water, that in the fury of his heart, when the foul fiend rages, eats cow dung for salads, swallows the old rat and the ditch dog, drinks the green mantle of the standing pool, who is whipped from tithing to tithing, and stalked, punish 500, and imprison 500, who hath 3 sweets to his baccy, 6 shirts to his body, horse to ride, and weapon to wear. But mice and rats and such small deer ha been Tom's food for sewen long year. Beware my follower, peace smulkin, peace thou fiend. Glue, what hath your grace no better company? Edge, the prince of darkness is a gentleman, mode. He's call 500, and Mahu. Glue, our flesh and blood, my lord, is grown so. Vilda, that it doth hate what gets it. Edge, poor Tom's a cold. Glue, go in with me, my duty cannot suffer. Obey in all your daughter's hard commands. Though their injunction be to bar my doors. And let this tyrannous night take hold upon you. Yet ha I ventured to come seek you out. And bring you where both fire and food is ready. Lear, first let me talk with this philosopher. What is the cause of thunder? Kent, good my lord, take his offer. Go into house. Lear, I'll talk a word with this same learned Theban. What is your study? Edge, how to preeunt the fiend, and to kill vermin. Lear, let me ask you one word in preuate. Kent, importune him once more to go my lord. His wits begin tvn settle. Glue, canst thou blame him? Storm still. His daughters seek his death, ah that good Kent. He said it would be thus, poor banish 500 man. Thou sayest the king grows mad, I'll tell thee friend. I am almost mad myself, I had a son. Now outlaw 500 from my blood, he sought my life. But lately, very late, I lose 500 him friend. No father his son dearer, true to tell thee. The grief hath cras 500 my wits, what a night's this. I do beseech your grace. Lear, oh cry you mercy sir. Noble philosopher, your company. Edge Tom's a cold. Glue in fellow there into th howl keep thee warm. Lear come let's in all. Kent this way my lord. Lear's with him. I will keep still with my philosopher. Kent good my lord sooth him. Let him take the fellow. Glue take him you on. Kent sirrah come on go along with verses. Lear come good Athenian. Glue no words hush. Edge child Roland to the dark tower came. His word was still, fi foe and fum. I smell the blood of a British man. Exeunt. Shana Quinta. Enter Cornwall and Edmund. Corn I will ha my ruinge, ere I depart his house. Bast, how my lord I may be censured, that nature thus gives way to loyalty, something fears me to think of. Cornwa, I now perceive you, it was not altogether your brother's Ewell disposition made him seek his death, but a provoking merit set a work by a reprobable badness in himself.